Hello iRacers, it's been a busy summer at iRacing, with critical milestones achieved across our various teams. The NASCAR 25 team is well positioned for the October 14th release of NASCAR 25 and just passed console certification on the first attempt. The Orantes and Exocross team now have a robust racing game engine foundation and are well underway on their next racing title, the just announced IndyCar 26. iRacing Arcade is rounding into form, offering a fun and refreshing blend of arcade racing and customization with real-world racing properties and licenses. Meanwhile, the Sim team is about to launch our most substantial feature release since Reign, the new Sim UI. Now that Season 4 has arrived, let's return our focus to the Sim. We'll review our new content, improvements, features, and touch on future development projects as well. At a high level, the build is packed with numerous new features and improvements. Let's go through the details, beginning with content. iRacing is the place to be for GT3 sim racing, and with Season 4, we are thrilled to announce the addition of the Aston Martin Vantage GT3 Evo. Together with Aston Martin, the Vantage was developed through close collaboration and support from Aston Martin and professional racers who pilot this car in real life and also have significant experience in sim racing. The car looks stunning, is a thrill to drive, and is part of a wider collaboration with Aston Martin that will yield additional new cars in the future. I am pleased to announce that we are adding the Dallara IL15 to iRacing, featured in the INDY Next series. This 2.0-liter turbocharged 450 horsepower race car is a rocket, offering an excellent option for racers seeking a high-performance yet approachable open-wheel series. The IL15 will be positioned as Class C and will be available in the Road and Oval Fixed series to begin. GT4 racing has been a key focus for us over these past couple of years, and we have been working behind the scenes to expand the series with multiple new cars and licenses. This renewed effort begins with the introduction of the Ford Mustang GT4. The Mustang is an exciting new entry to the class and the first North American brand in our GT4 series. This edition will be accompanied by a comprehensive overhaul of the entire GT4 class. The GT4 class update brings the latest physics and modeling improvements to the entire class. Along with these improvements, we have focused on improving the correlation of the sim relative to the current IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge Series rule set. Baseline weight and engine power have been increased, while both dry and wet tires have been redeveloped using our latest tire model. Top speeds will be higher and minimum corner speeds lower. This does mean the overall grip has been reduced, and iRacers should keep this in mind. This is a worthwhile trade-off for improved real-world correlation, and despite the reduced grip level, lap times are expected to improve by somewhere between a half and a full second per lap, depending on the track type and conditions. All cars in the class have received a chassis repass and improvements and updates that include TC, ABS, and ECS systems, dampers, engine torque curves, brake system, mass, inertia, and distribution properties, aerodynamics factors, fuel tank size, fill times, and burn rates, BOP to improve relative competitiveness across track types for all cars, and other quality of life items. The BMW M4 GT3 has been upgraded with the Evo package. This project required substantial graphics and physics work, and the update will be applied on top of the existing BMW M4 GT3. Therefore, the update will be free for all iRacers who own the BMW M4 GT3. We have completed a fundamental overhaul of our hybrid system. This overhaul integrates the hybrid system into our latest power unit code structure. This has been done with flexibility in mind to accommodate the large variety of racing hybrid systems we have in the service. For example, the GTP and Hyperclass car will seamlessly blend internal combustion engine and electric drive to match the maximum allowable power output at all times. In addition, the Ferrari 499p Hypercar will have electric drive only when traveling at a speed greater than the specified minimum, and it will be able to drive electrically at multiple output levels in high-speed corners. The Mercedes W12 and W13 cars will see a modest refresh. We are planning for the LMP1 cars to have a larger refresh aimed at improving drivability. The IndyCar hybrid systems will be manual deploy only and won't be ready for September. Now for track development. To begin, Season 4 marks the debut of Autódromo Hermanos, Rodríguez. Mexico City is a world-class racetrack featuring real-world racing across multiple prominent racing series, including TCR, NASCAR, F1, Formula 4, Formula E, and numerous touring and GT series. In iRacing, we have constructed 7 configurations that will provide racing opportunities across multiple iRacing cars and series. At 2,200 meters above sea level, the thin air results in less aerodynamic drag on the cars, allowing them to reach incredibly high top speeds on the main straight. Along with those higher speeds, there's also less downforce as a result of the thin air, which makes cornering an interesting proposition. Oulton Park is one of the most raced tracks on the iRacing service and a key part of many iRacing Rookie Series schedules. Our team has rebuilt Oulton Park's artwork from the ground up, remodeling and retexturing all objects and scenery, retexturing the track surfaces, and updating the trees and foliage. Please note that this is an art refresh and not a rescan. The update is provided free of charge to all iRacers. In each of the past 2 builds, we have shipped art refreshes and track rescans for roughly 2/3 of the tracks that are part of the NASCAR schedule. With Season 4, we are thrilled to release the final third and mark the completion of the project titled NASCAR Refresh. The final phase includes refreshes to Daytona, COTA, Watkins Glen, Chicago Street Course, and Texas. We have also rescanned and rebuilt Worldwide Technology Raceway, Charlotte Motor Speedway, North Wilkesboro, Sonoma. It is worth noting that these 30 track refreshes and rescans have all been made available for free to iRacers who already own these tracks. That covers content, so let's continue right along and touch on some of the great new features and improvements coming in Season 4. I'll start things off with what is genuinely the headliner of this Season 4 build, and an addition which has been years in the making and will pay dividends for iRacers for years to come: the new Sim UI. Our focus for the release has been on delivering all the existing features represented by the legacy UI with high quality and a familiar form, along with select expanded functionality, tweaks, and new features. Primarily, we wanted you to be able to start iRacing and continue with as little fuss as possible. That being said, we highly recommend taking some time during week 13 to familiarize yourself with the refreshed features and take a moment to customize your layout via Alt-K. Of the refreshed features, here are the key highlights you should know. We have added tooltips, and the vast majority of controls now display these tips when you mouse over them. The Sim Options screen has been redesigned. This was a significant reorganization, including the merging of the replay and driving graphics options. We also added a clickable table of contents down the left-hand side, and to the right, we've added more information to explain the setting. Alt-K to move the UI. When pressing Alt-K to move elements around you, you'll find an additional toggle to enable or disable all movable elements, so now it's easier to visualize those elements, which normally only display when activated. The size of the virtual mirror can now be controlled in Sim via Alt-K. Black boxes now have minimized and expanded states. The expanded state displays additional columns that weren't previously in the Sim. The camera tool is redesigned and is now accessible via a dedicated button found on the session screen. The tool itself is more logically presented following a design update. The Control F12 binding is still available to toggle it on, but the new button makes it more accessible to more users. Now, what to expect moving forward. Upon release, we expect to spend time addressing newly discovered bugs, collecting feedback from iRacers, and applying necessary tweaks. We are already working on features and additions that are part of our UI advancement roadmap, and these efforts will accelerate. We're not ready to discuss these features in details just yet, but some of the initial features we're exploring and developing include adding a search feature to the options screen, color and accessibility views, enhanced customization of the driving screen, expanded information, light telemetry capabilities, post-race functionality, VR-specific features, minimalist considerations, and localization. Rendering. With Season 4, we have introduced a new and more modern texture compression. This tech replaces our former texture compression and is substantially more efficient and performant. Generally, this change should be transparent to iRacers, with benefits occurring behind the scenes during the rendering process. We are excited to share that iRacing is now a far more globally accessible sim. With Season 4, we will support language localization in the launcher app. To begin, we will launch with Spanish. German, French, Italian, Portuguese, and more will follow in the December and March builds. Now let's touch on ongoing development. We'll review initiatives, content, and plans, and then close out this update. The new rendering engine is making tremendous progress every day. One of the more visual improvements that the team has made recently will have a substantial impact on the overall scene. The trees in iRacing do not receive shadows. This is because the technical system powering the tree rendering is not integrated into the core rendering. The new rendering engine has solved this, and trees receive shadows. This visual improvement is substantial, transforming the appearance of the world. Tires and physics. We have several significant physics projects underway, including foundational tire modeling, force feedback, physics rate, and peripheral system advancements and re-architectures. We are implementing changes to spread the work of physics, sounds, AI, and more to multiple cores. This will enable us to operate at a higher sampling rate, thereby improving accuracy and reducing latency and response time. And now for a number of updates in no particular order that will surely be of interest. Gen 4 drafting has been reworked and improved. In addition, AI support has been added. This will ship with Season 4. We are exploring opportunities to improve dirt oval racing across many systems, including the tires, track dynamics modeling, and rule set. Race control systems are advancing, including work on multi-class race starts and the choose rule. Dirt Oval AI has made significant progress, and development has advanced to incorporate our production team. Our animation team has been chipping away at adding animated pit stops to one of our major car classes. Miami International Autodrome has been making great progress and will be included with the Season 1 release. We are happy to announce the addition of the FIA Cross Car to iRacing. The FIA first revealed this relationship in June, and the Cross Car will debut in iRacing with the December Season 1 build. The Cross Car provides an approachable and fun entry point to our dirt road racing series. The release will be further supported by the completion of the off-road track at Lucas Oil Speedway, otherwise known as Wheatland. We have licensed the St. Petersburg Street Circuit, and work is well underway. St. Pete will see heavy use across our iRacing series. Our production teams are gearing up for a handful of new track scans. Projects include scans and rescans of many prominent North American road circuits, as well as new locations in the EU and the Middle East. The car teams are busy working on future releases, as well as continuing the class updates we've now implemented across GTP, GT3, INDYCAR, NASCAR, and GT4. We will share more information on these projects soon, among updates on many other initiatives in the works. As always, we are focused on supporting and expanding our diverse range of racing categories, continuously improving the sim, and advancing our technologies to provide the most realistic simulated racing experience possible. With numerous foundational projects in the works, the iRacing sim is positioned for a tremendous next few years, full of advancement with powerful new features. We are thrilled to ship one of the core building blocks for future improvement with Season 4, the new Sim UI. The new Sim UI unlocks our developers, providing them with a powerful canvas for creating new systems and experiences in the sim, and will take iRacing to the next level. Thank you so much for your continued support and for choosing to do your sim racing with us here at iRacing.